I honestly didn't think that I was going to talk about the Colleen Ballinger situation because it happened a little bit ago and I was actually taking kind of a break and I kind of thought that I missed the mark on this whole situation. However, I am still going to talk about it for two reasons. One of them being that I cannot get this song out of my head. Toxic gossip train. And the second one being that there are new things about the situation coming out literally every day. And all of it is crazy and insane and it feels like some kind of a fever dream. It's actually been making me speechless. But there is so much to unpack here, so let's talk about this. Prior to Colleen Ballinger uploading her sensational song Toxic Gossip Train, she went about 3 weeks without responding to the allegations at all, and it kind of seems for a minute that she was not even going to address them ever. I was following this whole situation and I was starting to think that Colleen Ballinger was running out of options because the entire internet was talking about it, and it did not seem realistic to keep doing her tour while this whole thing was going on the internet. And I was also wondering how she was ever going to upload a video to YouTube again, just going about her business. So I was kind of looking forward to see what she was going to do, but I did not see this coming. When I first clicked on this video, I did not know what to expect. For the first few seconds of the video, you kind of see Colleen Ballinger sitting there looking sad and serious, and I was fully expecting her to just address the situation and talk about the allegations the way she did the first apology video about this topic, which she did about 3 years ago, and it was so well received. She proved that she's really good at handling stuff like that if she wanted to. So I was actually really expecting her to go about it the same way pretty much, but boy was I not gonna see that. Instead, she reached out for a ukulele and then it all went downhill from there. I watched this video a good few times and I am still in shock. I cannot believe it. There are a couple of things about this whole apology video or non-apology video that just don't make sense. First of all is the fact that this is a song, which I don't think should have been a song because these are really serious allegations. People are accusing her of grooming minors, talking about sexual subjects with underage fans, bringing underage fans and actual kids onto stage at her live shows to do very inappropriate bits, and on top of all of that, animal abuse. So just very serious stuff. So the fact that this is a song, I don't even know what to say about it. The actual choice of opening with a song and then for the first lines to be deflecting blame back to the audience.
A lot of people are saying some things about me that aren't quite true. Doesn't matter if it's true though, just as long as it's entertaining to you.
That is wild to say that with the amount of evidence and videos and screenshots that are out there. I cannot get over how crazy that is, and I can imagine just how upsetting for people who have actually been victims to some of the things that are alleged against Colleen. Colleen Ballinger says again and again in this video that it doesn't matter what she's going to say, people are not going to listen, and I actually think that that's kind of the problem in this whole situation because Colleen Ballinger has about 14 million subscribers across both of her YouTube channels. That's a whole lot of people who used to look up to Colleen, watched her videos over the years, children who are still watching her videos and go to her live shows, and their parents, obviously. Everybody who has ever known her in real life, all of these people are going to want to know what she has to say. So I can't imagine what could be going through her mind to make a decision like that. And also, even if not one person would give you a pass, making a song about such serious allegations is just not the move. It's just a bad move.
Even though my team has strongly advised me to not say what I want to say, I recently realized that they never said that I couldn't sing what I want to say. He didn't say I couldn't sing.
The fact that this is how serious she's able to take a situation like this is mind-blowing. This is not some Nickelodeon show, Colleen. It makes me think that in her mind she lives in some kind of a parallel universe where grooming allegations are not that serious. I don't know if Colleen Ballinger had a PR team when she made this video, but she desperately needs one, and if she did have a PR team, they majorly did not do their job. And what is the point in having a PR team if you're not even going to listen to them?
Years ago, I used to message my fans but not in a creepy way like a lot of you are trying to suggest. It was more of a loser kind of way. It's kind of like when you go to like a family gathering, and there's a weird aunt there who keeps coming up to you and going like, "Hey girl, what's the tea?" And you're like, ugh. That was me.
I think creepy is up for interpretation. I don't think that she can say to somebody, this is creepy, this is not creepy, because I'm the one who did it. In this case, it seems creepy to everybody else. Also, she wasn't actually anybody's aunt who was on these group chats. She wasn't even remotely related to any of them that we know of. And also, your weird aunt asking what's the tea is a huge difference to a stranger on the internet asking about when and how you had sex for the first time as a 13 or 14-year-old. There's a huge difference. I don't know how she doesn't see that. I don't know why she would ever want to bring this up and not actually address it in a mature, serious way, because these are such serious things and topics that people have actually been like gone to jail for.
There were times in the DMs when I would overshare details of my life, which was really weird of me. I haven't done that for years, you see, because I changed my behavior and I took accountability. But that's not very interesting, is it? So let's go on the toxic gossip train.
Yep, this one has a chorus. Colleen Ballinger is not taking accountability in this video. I think when you're taking accountability for something, you need to show that. You can't just say, I took accountability. It doesn't work that way. You actually need to show that you have taken accountability.
I wanted to take a minute to talk about that girl, Miranda Sings. You know the one. Yeah, her. She's PG-13. I didn't realize it was my responsibility to decide what was appropriate for every kid to see.
Colleen Ballinger is saying that it's not her responsibility what children see because the Miranda Sings character is apparently PG-13, but then she has literal 9 and 10-year-olds on stage with her doing very inappropriate bits in parts of her shows, talking about having a date deep into the woods where nobody could hear or see them, having them reach into her pants, and a whole lot of other wild stuff that she does on stage and in her videos. All of this just doesn't add up. You can't have it both ways. Colleen Ballinger says in this video that she has left some of these mistakes in the past, but this video was uploaded just a few weeks ago and it featured a 10-year-old with the Miranda Sings character. So again, it just doesn't add up. If you've ever watched the Miranda Sings Netflix show, that was very inappropriate. It's aimed at kids and it has so many inappropriate jokes about an intimate relationship with her uncle. Again, that's meant for kids. And actually, there have been reviews on that show that go back about 3 years ago saying that this stuff is really inappropriate to show to kids. So it's not like Colleen Ballinger did not ever receive that kind of feedback. I believe that she knew. She just didn't really want to change it because she thought that that was quirky or that it was okay. So I also think that that has a lot to do with her saying that she has taken accountability, because all this stuff was really bad and it wasn't taken down. It's still there. And I think that speaks volumes. Not to mention that the animal abuse allegations were not mentioned one in this video, which obviously this video is like sort of a joke. So I don't think that would have made me feel better, but just noting that she still has to probably talk about this seriously if people are ever to move past this.
Quick, hit the click and bam! My reputation's deceased.
My reputation's disease really sounds like a Taylor Swift number, and given that this is the second pop culture reference in this song, it's really giving delusional. It just comes across as her having a really bad case of the main character syndrome, which is a bad look when, again, the allegations are so bad.
I'm sorry, I didn't realize that all of you are perfect, so please criticize me. The only thing I've ever groomed is my 2 Persian cats. I'm not a groomer. I'm just a loser.
I think that something that Colleen Ballinger did not consider is that the world is not some high school theater club. I don't know why she would fail to see that, but apparently she has, and this video is still up 2 weeks later and with the kind of backlash that this video got, and that is the truly insane part, because this whole situation has gained way more traction since this video was uploaded. That is saying a whole lot, that this video is not doing good things for her, and the fact that this is still up is confusing, but I also also think that it says a lot about Colleen Ballinger's mindset. It seems that nobody in Colleen Ballinger's team or herself are wanting to take it down. They say that there is no such thing as bad publicity, but I'm pretty sure that being known as a person who grooms minors is a bad publicity. So I'm not sure why they still have it up. Maybe they'll take it down eventually, but I am not sure why they haven't already. So to conclude this whole situation with Colleen Ballinger, there has been so much that's happened since this video came out. Trisha Paytas turned on Colleen publicly after one of the victims of Colleen Ballinger, called Joni, posted onto Twitter proof that Colleen Ballinger used to make fun of Trisha's body with her fans and her friends. All of this is while Colleen Ballinger and Trisha Paytas are now friends and had a podcast together, which obviously now got cancelled. Then the Ethan Klein podcast came out talking about Colleen Ballinger, and now Colleen Ballinger is basically suing everybody. People who have been very open about talking about the situation are now getting letters from Colleen Ballinger's lawyers. This whole situation has been such a whirlwind, and it's not even over yet. There are still new things coming out about this situation almost every day, and I guess we'll have to see what happens with the lawsuits. Adam McIntyre, who is one of the Colleen Ballinger victims, said that he would never lie about what happened because he's afraid to get sued and lose everything he has. I'm really wondering if Colleen Ballinger lawyers are going to actually follow through with the lawsuit, because there's actually so much evidence online as to some of the things that she has done, but I'll be keeping my eyes open for anything that comes out about that. But yeah, guys, I would love to know your opinion about the situation. I know that this video is a little bit overdue, but I'm dying to hear your guys' thoughts about this crazy stuff that's happening with Colleen Ballinger. So be sure to leave me a comment. Were you watching Colleen Ballinger back in the day, and did you see this coming? Let me know, and thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys very soon. Bye, guys.